Russell Wilson, as expected, cleared to play on Sunday in Green Bay against the Packers. We don't know about the other quarterback in that game, but we do know that we will see Russell Wilson. We expected to see that. They leaked it to Shefty, and then 10 minutes later or thereabouts, they announced it. Russell Wilson cleared by Dr. Stephen Shin, who is a finger guy. My guess is there's a Dr. Finger out there who's a leg guy. But regardless, Dr. Shin has said some medical gobbledygook, and basically it means he's fine. I thought doctors got paid by the procedure, not by the word or by the hour, but regardless, I can summarize the statement. He's fine. Dr. Shin says Russell Wilson is fine, and off we go. The Seahawks are 3-5. 3-5. This bye week crap is messing me up. They've had their bye. There's been 9 weeks. Yep. They've only played 8 games. They're 3-5. And now they have their chance to turn it on down the stretch. And it's not easy right out of the gates. Packers and Cardinals, they get a chance to show that they're ready to compete with the best in the conference, because the Packers and Cardinals, Shireen, are right up there.
Yeah, you know what, Mike? I know they only went 1-2 with Geno Smith, but I thought they played pretty well, and they had chances to win both of the games they lost, as well as the Rams game when Russell Wilson went out. I actually think they're playing better despite that 1-2 record, despite that loss to the Rams. So that makes them 1-3 in their last 4 games. I actually think they're playing better. And now that they'll get Russell Wilson back, and oh, by the way, they're getting a couple more guys back. Wide receiver D. Estridge is also coming off injured reserve. He can start practicing. He's had a concussion since week 1. And cornerback Nigel Warrior is also coming back this week to practice. So they're starting to get healthy. They're starting to play better. And now you throw Russell Wilson into the mix. I don't think it's too late for this team. It may be too late based on where the Cardinals and Rams are to win the division, but it's certainly not too late for them to go get a wild card. And by the way, they haven't been that great at home in the postseason anyway, so they can go on the road to start the postseason. And I think this might be a team that you don't want to play in the first round of the playoffs, Mike.
There's an all-out scrum, Shireen, I think, for the 3 wild card berths. No, let me put it this way, 2 of the wild card berths, because the 5 seed most likely goes to whichever of the Rams and Cardinals doesn't win the division. Rams win it, Cardinals are the wild card. Cardinals win it, Rams are the wild card. Beyond that, because as of last week, I think it was penciled in as the 4 division winners plus the second-place team in the NFC West plus the Saints. The Saints losing to the Falcons on Sunday changes that. I think 6 and 7 are back up for grabs. They are in play, and the Seahawks could work their way back into it. They're only a game out right now of what would be the 7th seed in the NFC. And again, the bye weeks screw everything up. But the way I look at it right now, the Falcons are the 7th seed because they've played 8 and they're 4-4. The Panthers are 4-5, and then you've got the Seahawks and the 49ers at 3-5, along with the Vikings and the Bears for now. So I think the Seahawks can get in. And the Seahawks, when you have a great quarterback, we've seen in the past on 4 or 5 occasions, a team gets in by the skin of their teeth, and then they get hot. One of the ingredients, I think, is having a quarterback who is capable of playing at a very high level. And you go on the road, and you start knocking teams off. That's what the Bucs did last year as a wild card team. Yeah, they were the 5 seed, but they had to go on the road for 3 games in the NFC playoff field, and the Seahawks would at least have a chance. And I think one of these teams that we've kind of written off is going to get hot in December and January, and maybe make things interesting in the postseason.
And Mike, this team almost reminds me of the Cowboys last year, except that Dak Prescott never came back. But he was leading the league in passing yards and playing pretty darn well, and they couldn't figure out how to win. That reminds me of the Seahawks this year early. They were 2-2 with Russell Wilson. But I keep looking every week. I look at the quarterback rankings in the NFL. He still leads the NFL in passer rating. He has still played really well this season, and he can lead this team. We've seen it before. We know what he is. Again, this team's playing better. They will have a chance. If they get in the postseason, they're going to have a chance to be the Buccaneers of last year with the way they're playing right now, and now with Russell Wilson back. But these 2 games right here are going to be key. They can't lose both of these games, Mike.
I still don't know the magic number to disqualify a team from making it to the postseason, and it changes every year. We had a team go 11-5 in 2008, the New England Patriots, without Tom Brady. make it that far and don't get in. Usually there were teams that were like 10-6 that didn't get in, but sometimes 9-7 gets you in as a wild card. So I don't know. Is 9-8 good enough? I wouldn't want to be the test case this year. And if the Seahawks lose the next couple and fall to 3-7, it's going to be a challenge to get back into it. And I agree with you. We're going to learn a lot these next 2 weeks.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.